Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Chess This Week, and this is perhaps one of the most exciting episodes. Arjun Erigaisi has just signed one of the most incredible deals in the history of chess. He has signed a 5-year deal worth 12.5 crores with Quantbox, a company which does high frequency trading, and this is one of the biggest deals in Indian chess. And with this, there's also a bit of an update from my side personally. I'm going to be working fully and exclusively with Arjun. So big news there, and it's something which I'm hoping will be one of the first steps towards Arjun's journey towards the World Championship title. Now, this is a long topic which perhaps deserves a video or even a stream of its own. So if you want to hear more about it, do let me know in the comments below. And moving on, the Speed Chess Championship has continued in its exciting way. Magnus, Hikaru Nakamura, they have been beating up their opponents as if it's a movie. It reminds me of the Dark Knight Rises where Bruce Wayne and Bane, they just beat up their respective opponents to reach each other. Now, I'm not sure who is Bruce Wayne and who is Bane in this story. If you do, then once again, do let us know in the comments below. But Magnus has been just sensational. He defeated Fabiano Caruana, a former World Championship challenger. Not just these recent kids, but Fabiano Caruana, with a score of 22-4 without losing a single game. He was like, tilt is a big problem in the Speed Chess Championship, but I'm going to ensure there's no tilt by not losing a single game. Magnus has been mind-blowing. Hikaru, on the other hand, has had a relatively more modest route, only if you compare to Magnus, but he defeated none other than the Indian phenom Nihal Sarin in a very tight encounter. The match was so close, so head to head, neck to neck, and it went all the way till the end. Hikaru won by a comfortable 4-point margin, 14.5, 10.5, but the match was a lot closer than what the scoreline suggested, and it went down the wire, but Hikaru just was better at converting his advantages whilst defending his worst positions against Nihal. But he did mention that Nihal is the future, and it was a very exciting encounter to witness. Now, Magnus and Hikaru are going to take on each other in the finals in the Speed Chess Championship format. Who do you think is going to win this one? Do let us know once again in the comments. Now, Speed Chess Championship was not the only super event online in the previous week. There was also this match between two sensational Indian youngsters, Pragnananda. Now, that's a name we are all familiar with, I'm sure. And V. Pranav, who had won the qualification to the Meltwater Champion Chess Tour by defeating Raunak Sadhwani in the final of this year's Julius Baer Challengers Chess Cup. Now, this is the tournament in which Prag had won last year and secured his spot in the Meltwater Champion Chess Tour, and he later went on to defeat Magnus Carlsen and created history. So Pranav did the same this year, and they both faced off each other in history. But the match was quite one-sided. It was almost like one of Magnus's matches, Prag winning it 6.5, 1.5 overall. It was a match involving two sets of rapid, two sets of blitz, but it didn't go till the second set of the blitz. Prag won both the rapid sets and won the blitz convincingly to take home the $10,000 first prize. Pranav had a bit of an underwhelming event, but it will all count towards his experiences. And meanwhile, he has qualified to the Meltwater Champion Chess Tour, so all is not bad. And the Hainan Danzhou event in China. Now, this was mentioned in the previous week, and I didn't give out a lot of information because I didn't have a lot of information myself. Apologies for that. This was won by Anish Giri. Arjun Erigaisi finished in the joint second, but there was a lot of people at 4.5. There was Anish and a couple of others, Maxima Shelagraev, Bu Jiangxi, who defeated Arjun in the final round, and Arjun was tied on the second spot. He finishes 5th overall. A slightly disappointing event for Arjun, but he had a couple of nice wins, including a win against the champion Anish Giri. And in the over-the-board events, there's the European Individual Blitz and Rapid Championship. The Blitz tournament just got over. David Navarra won this event, and the Rapid will take place in the next 2 days, and the Sunway Sidgas, the Chessable Sunway Sidgas, which is going on right now. At the halfway point at the end of 5 rounds, Kirill Alexienko and Karthikeyan Murli are in the lead. Moving on to some important off the board news. The Russian Chess Federation elections concluded, and this was, as expected, won by the incumbent Andrei Filatov with a score of 58-7 against Sergei Karyakin. But more importantly, Fide has revamped the World Championship cycle, and this includes significant changes on the path of qualification to the candidates tournament. Now, some of the things are, for instance, the World Championship challenger, the runner-up of the World Championship match will get one spot. So that's either Jan Nepomniachtchi or Ding Liren in their World Championship match. The loser will get one spot in the candidates tournament. Now, aside from that, there will be 3 spots from the Fide World Cup 2023. So this will be in Baku 2023 and expected to be sometime in July. So the first, the second, the people who reach the final, and the winner of the match between the third and fourth place, these players will be qualified to the candidates, and the loser in the third and fourth match will be the first reserve. And 2 spots for the Fide Grand Swiss. Now, this was the tournament from which Ali Reza Firouzja qualified to the candidates last year. So 2 spots from there, and the first reserve will be the player who finishes third in the Grand Swiss. But aside from that, an important addition is the D criteria. A player who would achieve the highest results during 2023 in the Fide rated tournaments satisfying the below criteria approved by Fide. And this has a long list of qualifiers, including that the tournament should have happened in the 2023 calendar year. It should be standard play time control with a few exceptions, which is the World Rapid Championship, the World Blitz, the Continental Rapid, and the Blitz, which is either Asian or European or the respective continent, and other Rapid and Blitz tournaments with an average standard rating of top 8 players at the start of the tournament of 2700 or higher. So this probably includes the Grand Chess Tour events as well. So the tournament should be either in the standard play time control or one of these exceptions. The average standard rating of the top 8 players at the start of the tournament is above 2550, supervised by international arbiters. Recommended fair play procedures are applied, includes players representing at least 3 national federations, and not more than 50% of the top 20 players shall represent one federation. Now, the national championships are exempted from these criterias, but aside from that, all other tournaments follow this. And there is also a point system per tournament for the top 8 players, starting with 10 points for the first place and 2 points for the 8th place. So this is the new qualification criteria, aside from the rating spot, which has been there since quite a while now. So this is a very complicated system which has received mixed reactions, but a player who plays really well in 2023, wins all these opens, will stand a chance, and the best 5 performances of the player will be counted towards this route of qualification. And Fide has written that they will update this list each week. So excited how this new path is going to turn out. Now, what are your thoughts? Do let us know in the comments below. And in the events to look forward to this week, of course, at the top is the finals of the chess.com Speed Chess Championship. Once again, between Magnus and Hikaru. Whom are you rooting for? Do let us know in the comments below. And the European Chess Championship Rapid will also take place. Will Grandmaster David Navarra be able to continue his fine run? That's this episode of the Chess This Week. If you liked this episode, then do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and see you all next week.